All right, so I'm going to answer these questions. So do I have more than 10 years sober? No, I'm about a little more than 6 years alcohol free at this point. But with the treatment I used, which I took naltrexone following the Sinclair Method protocol, with this treatment, sobriety is not required because for most people, this treatment helps us regain our control back, even if we didn't have control before and we were binge drinking or blacking out before. So I went on this treatment in 2016 with the goal just to reduce my drinking, and I did that beautifully. But after about a year on the treatment, I just kind of lost interest in drinking, and that's when I quit drinking a little over 6 years ago now. I don't take the medication anymore, and I don't have any desire to drink. It's wild. It just feels like it reversed the addiction for my brain, and my brain is restored back to the place it was in before I ever drank alcohol. Like, I don't think about it, crave it, miss it, want it. And if I ever did want to drink, I would just follow the Sinclair Method protocol and I would drink with control. So that's question number one. So question number two, can you tell us how you did it from home? Yeah, so again, I did the Sinclair Method, which involved me taking a medication called naltrexone that was taken before drinking. And I worked with a telemedicine doctor who prescribed me the medicine through a video appointment. And I did the treatment from home using that protocol. And then the last question, how long in years did you drink? And I don't mean moderation. So I drank excessively and alcoholically for about 10 years. Started out kind of drinking heavily around 2021, assuming it was just like a phase I was going through, like a party girl, going to bars, all of that stuff. And within about a year, it turned into like a daily compulsive binge drinking habit. And that went on essentially all throughout my 20s. And then, so during that time, I was basically drinking every single day, binge drinking. And then on the weekends, drinking basically like a bender all weekend long, like morning to evening, or Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and Mondays were usually really rough. But daily binge drinker for nearly 10 years. Maybe your question was like, do I consider myself an alcoholic? So I never used that label just because I felt it very heavy and stigmatizing. And it honestly, for me, it gave me like permission to drink. Well, if I'm an alcoholic, I'm just going to do what alcoholics do. So I personally never found that label helpful. And then with the treatment I used, the Sinclair Method, again, it reversed the alcohol addiction in my brain, because I think what a lot of people don't recognize is that alcohol addiction resides in the brain. Like, we're not born addicted to alcohol. It's something we learn over time by repeatedly drinking and getting the reward and benefit from the alcohol. It just floods our brain with all this feel-good hormones and endorphins. And so what we know now with neuroscience and how addictions work is that this part of the brain, it can actually be repaired and reversed. And so with the treatment I use, it's been researched for 30 years, literally over time, over the course of about 8 months, reversed the addiction from my brain. So I literally feel cured of the addiction. Like, I don't miss alcohol. I don't crave alcohol. I don't white knuckle it. I don't need to go into meetings. I don't call myself an alcoholic. I just feel really healed from it. And I tried to quit drinking a ton of times before this treatment, and it was always very white knuckled. I made it 6 months one time, and that whole time in the back of my mind, I was just thinking, I'm going to drink again one day. It's just a matter of how long my willpower can essentially last this time around. But with this treatment, it's completely different. It just feels like the addiction was erased from my brain. So hope that helps. Again, the treatment's called the Sinclair Method. It's been researched for 30 years, and it's a treatment that can be done from home because telemedicine doctors can prescribe the medicine, and there's online programs that can guide you through the treatment protocol. Here at Thrive, we provide a private online program centered around the treatment. I'm a founder here at Thrive, really passionate about helping people to get free from alcohol addiction using this treatment. Again, it's not an abstinence-based treatment, so folks that go on it start the treatment while they're still drinking with a goal to reduce their drinking, and some of us go alcohol free at the end, and others choose to drink in moderation once they reach their goals with the treatment. It takes time. It's not an overnight fix, but gradually over time, by following the protocol, the brain can unlearn the alcohol addiction. Hope this answers your question. If you want to learn more, check out my other videos or the link in my profile.